Pyromancer is back. What did I miss? Pyro catches up on some Dragonflight cinematics and talks lore about the next expansion. Look, supposedly Pyromancer figured something out that nobody has yet, and I'm very interested to see what this is. Let's see what Pyromancer has to say about the things coming soon in the next expansion.
Are you the one who created the theory of the Primus being the guy who pulled the strings all this time? No. No, that's not me, bro. That ain't me.
It is done. We stopped her.
So this is after Razageth's defeat?
Yeah.
No.
Oh, what
Are
is it?
you fucking kidding me?
What is it?
Are you fucking kidding me? I saw it in the background in one shot, but I didn't fucking see.
Hey,
oh,
this
okay,
this
yeah,
kind of
I
looks
read
like the Last Titan logo, doesn't it? Doesn't this kind of look like the expansion logo for the Last Titan? It's interesting.
Not Reddit's there.
This ball
Reddit's
here.
on this too.
Oh shit!
I'm telling you guys, give me the fucking Sargeras art, bro. Give me it. So see
Oh,
that?
shit.
What sword? That sword. Okay. Sargeras is trying to break the prison. The prison that looks just like Razageth's prison. That is also in the logo. That is also in all of the fucking diagrams of Azeroth.
Oh shit!
So when Sargeras stuck his sword in the world,
Yeah.
it was not simply trying to kill her. It's interrupting. It's interrupting part of this prison. This is a multi-layered
Azeroth
prison
is a
that-
prison. Didn't Sylvanas say that? She was like, "This world is a prison." Didn't she say that in the Shadowlands cinematic? Oh my god! Because it fucking is. Holy shit! Are we about to break out of the Matrix? What? Oh, okay. Wait, this is way more
that we're
interesting than I
looking
thought
at.
it was gonna be.
And it's just like the one that they put Razageth in. It's stasis. It's just a fucking stasis prison. This is not good. Why does Sargeras want to break the prison? Because Azeroth is in it. Do you think Azeroth should be in prison? I don't. So I'm kind of at this point now where, like, you know, let it unfold. Let it break apart. Stasis time, Aman'Thul.
Oh damn!
I mean, it's they put her in prison, and Sargeras is literally trying to free her, and we fucked it up. But that's okay, because I think that it's still gonna work out for us.
Holy crap! Sargeras is trying to free an imprisoned soul, and the other Titans are trying to keep her there. Oh my! What if the other Titans are afraid? Because Azeroth is actually the best of them all. She's the strongest by far, and Sargeras is trying to release her because he knew that. He's not afraid, but the other Titans are. Oh my god. This is actually some pretty cool lore.
So
I'm not gonna
that's
lie, it's pretty
fucking
cool lore
crazy that
speculation.
Dude, it has the same runes as what's on the seat of the Pantheon.
What?
It's got the same runes on that one.
Oh my god. Oh, Jesus. Kent just brought 216 into our Scourge. Wow, thank you so much, Kent, man. I appreciate that. Hey, get that chat going. Get that chat going. Oh my god, thank you so much, Kent. I appreciate that. Guys, you just came in. I literally just started this video a couple seconds ago. Evidently, there is some crazy freaking lore to be revealed for what we've seen so far. Kraken, thank you for the follow, man. Welcome to our Scourge. Yeah, this shit is insane. So far, what we've seen in this video is that it turns out the Last Titan logo is very similar to the prison that was used on the Incarnates. Look at this shit. Tell me that's not a one-to-one look-alike. And do you guys remember when Sylvanas said in the Shadowlands cinematic that this world is a prison? This is essentially a Titan prison. She said this world is a prison. Now we're saying maybe Sargeras' sword going into the world was him trying to break us free from the prison. Maybe he's not the bad guy. Maybe Level Up Kent is actually badass for raiding me. There's a lot of maybes going on here. But we're about to get further into this. Yeah. What sword indeed? What sword indeed? TLK, thank you, man. Thank you for the follow. Welcome to our Scourge. Let's continue this video. Let's dive deep into the hole that is World of Warcraft lore.
That's what's on the fucking thing right here.
He's saying now the script on the sides is the same as what's in the Pantheon? Oh, shit.
Yeah. Do you think they were using domination magic on Argus?
Oh my
Do you
god,
think
he's
this
right.
right here is an imprison mechanism or something? Or like a domination mechanism?
That is considered, that is
I
something
mean,
to
when they're all
consider.
standing there doing their little thing where they're like siphoning him.
Now, what I will say
Or-
about this little lore tidbit here is that rune magic is freaking everywhere in World of Warcraft. I mean, for all we know, the toilets in Stormwind have rune magic on them at this point. It's everywhere. So I don't know if if the two are related or what's the difference between rune magic and Titan magic, but there's definitely runes on the prison chain things.
Cinematic.
Not jailer
Like this
shit
one?
again? I know. Let's let the man cook. Let the man cook. Let's see what's going on here.
The seeds of the Pantheon.
Like, look at what they do.
Okay.
You see, I don't know about this. Like, what is this?
What are they
Like,
doing?
what is this? Is this them attempting domination? What is
Maybe.
this?
They really messed with the world soul of Argus. They really did.
I mean,
They did some messed
I
up
don't like
shit.
the way it looks.
If
Ordering
only they had
him?
rune
Perhaps.
strat video.
I don't like it. It didn't work.
That which you have stolen will be your undoing. Rise, Argus. Rise, my broken world.
It's the badass boss.
Mortals, the time has come to fight for the fate of your world.
Isn't it kind of messed up when you think about it that they literally freed a tormented and tortured world soul and then sent us to kill it at the same time? That's so messed up. Like, these guys are supposed to be watchers of the planets and stuff. They literally found a broken... This guy needed therapy. And what did they do? They summoned him into an arena and then had Azeroth's greatest heroes beat the fuck out of him. That's kind of messed up. This is
Done
Pyro.
well, mortals.
It is time.
Pyromancer. Yeah, aggressive therapy, yeah.
This fucking bitch. This fucking bitch. This guy is time. He knows it's time. Shut the fuck up.
We must gather our strength. Return home, children of Azeroth.
He's popping off, man.
Illidan, we've done all we can.
Every
He's coming back.
choice,
Illidan's coming back, man.
every sacrifice has led me to this moment. To face him once again.
You are not coming with us.
The hunter is nothing without the hunt.
Is Illidan not like the
Did you not see
beast
his
of one-liners?
face, prophet?
Fate. Our survival was never in fate's hands.
I think this is the.
I agree,
easily
like- I
the
agree,
best full CGI
Light
cinematic in the entire game.
Yeah, these are great.
storm.
For an in-game, like, pre-rendered cinematic, it is the best one. It's like nothing even comes close. Illidan will be back in The Last Titan. I agree. I agree with that. Illidan, I think he will
Yeah.
come back again.
Not only will Illidan come back, I imagine Sargeras coming back. I do think there's going to be some kind of twist in terms of, like, Sargeras was not really that fucked up. And the Titans are actually the messed up guys. Who knows? The last Titan could be Sargeras. I don't know. Or it could be Azeroth. There's lots of different ways to play this. But I've been saying this from the beginning, that this new World Soul Saga is the Infinity Saga of World of Warcraft. And we are going to have an Avengers Endgame style moment where you literally have all of the heroes of Azeroth that have ever been around. I mean, I'm talking about from the little guy who gave you a quest back in frickin' Elwyn Forest, all the way up to Khadgar, who's the current, world, mage, like a guardian. Like all the heroes of Azeroth lined up, and you're gonna have Anduin standing there with his father's sword, with an Azeroth assemble moment. Fucking throwing his sword forward, and then we all charge in. It's gonna be the most epic fight ever. That's what I'm hoping for. Confirmed Manager's return. Yeah, everyone's coming back. Everybody's coming back, and everyone's resubbing.
Brother, Your crusade
So are they ordering him here, chat, or are they dominating him? What is this? Is this
Interesting.
domination? I don't like it.
is over.
Also, fuck that bitch sitting in the back with her fucking furrowed brow and her looking ass.
He hates her.
Fuck
Why is he?
you? Your lipstick's stupid.
Jesus. What'd she do?
Look at how
She's the
fucking
titan
mad
of
she
life.
is. I know, bro. Look at her face. She's fucking fuming, bro. She's fucking fuming, dog. She's so pissed. She fucking hates Sargeras. You know why? Because he's the only one that got close to fucking her plan up.
Damn, he's probably right.
She fucking hates him. It's funny how they always show Aman'Thul and Aenar on the same frame.
Oh,
It
he's
is,
right.
isn't it?
He's right. What if they're fucking?
And in the fight, Aman'Thul says, "Time answers to me, Unmaker, the one force that can bind your relentless fury. Time answers to me." If Aman'Thul is like a
Damn.
manifestation of time, you know, theoretically, you know, this can't be proved, but Aenar could be speaking through him. Time answers to me, the
Oh,
one force that can bind the relentless fury of the Unmaker. I think Aenar
Shit.
absolutely has control of him. Yeah, I'm gonna be honest. I think that they absolutely are like. I don't think he can. I think basically, in Chronicle, one thing that I think Chronicle tells you that's true from the perspective of the Titans is that they swore an oath to protect life whenever possible. And what are you guys seeing about oaths? Oath binder in these oath stones. You guys know that this shit
my
is
God,
like
he's
a
right.
theme for the Titans. So if
Yeah.
the Titans swore an oath to protect life whenever possible, that's not good.
Yeah.
Because if ANR is life, then they might have to do what she says. Andrew, thank you very much for the Prime Gaming sub.
Holy crap.
Even Freya.
By the way, don't forget, life itself is not as we know it. The life that we know, the free will life that we walk around with, the fleshy life, that's from the old gods. That's a corrupted version of life, essentially. Because when the old gods, when the Titans think of life, they don't think of free will. They don't. They think of kind of what we were supposed to be, not the current version of us. Again, I feel like the Titans just kind of let us live for now just because we kind of protect Azeroth. We protect its surface from anything. Yeah, fleshy light, exactly. But I think that protection, you know, that whole little relationship we have with them, it's going to end soon. They don't like us so much anymore, and that's going to continue. Look at the dragon aspects. They're betraying the Titans. They renounced their powers from the Titans, and now they're going to get it from the new world tree. There's a lot of shit going down that the Titans aren't going to like.
Is bound by her oaths. So where do the first ones come in? We just hope that those get forgotten about. I kind of want the first ones to be, and there's no evidence of this, I don't think, but I kind of want the first ones to be the who existed before the Eternals in the Shadowlands, the first ones in the Shadowlands, because I think that the
Shadowlands
others,
lore.
The Eternals came and basically like took over and changed the Shadowlands to be
Shit.
something different. But the way that Odin writes about it in the edicts of the Prime Designate in the book from inside the game, I'm not so sure, because he says, like, don't tell mortals, they don't need to know anything about the first ones. So the keepers know about the first ones. So I'm like, what is that? Probably Azeroth and Argus, if I had to guess.
Damn, maybe he's right.
If I had to guess who the first beings in the universe were, I'd probably guess Azeroth and Argus, creation and destruction.
Holy
Just
shit.
guess. The first ones and hopefully the last ones. Remember that
Dude,
one
is he
quote?
right? Azeroth and Argus were the first two, and now we've essentially killed off Death. And now we only... Oh my god. He did have a scythe. That's like such old lore. Like all lore across all worlds. The scythe is a symbol of death.
Come, servant. We have
Vamp
a
and
realm
Blaze.
to destroy.
Thank you for the follow, man. Welcome to our Scourge. I don't know. He could be... I like what Pyromancer's saying here. I'm going to let him
I think
keep
it's from
cooking.
Zalatath.
I'm going to let the
Or
man
it might be
keep
from
cooking.
Il'gynoth. It says something along the lines of... Or maybe it's a whisper from... No, I don't remember where it's from. I think it's a whisper from like a graveyard. It says, "She is not the last, but the first. Drown her and you will see. She's not the last, but the first."
Ah.
I always thought maybe that could be talking about Azeroth. And it is called the Last Titan. That is what they're calling
The Last Titan, yeah. Yeah, that's what the expansion's going to be called.
Did Draenor have a Titan inside of it as well or not? Not as far as we know.
What's this video? I'll link it in the
What are your
chat.
thoughts on Velen? I think Velen is...
Velen's a prophet, man.
I think Velen is a problem.
Velen's a problem?
I think Velen is a fucking problem.
I actually think Velen used to be much more like prophetic and believe more in like what he needed to, like there has to be things done in a certain way. And I feel like Legion, he broke away from that, and Illidan's the one who helped him do that. We just watched that cinematic where Illidan gives him a little side smirk, and talks about destiny or whatever he said. And, Velen hit him back with a cool line as well about like how, our fate was never part of destiny. It was always in our own hands kind of thing. So I think Velen, he's saying he's a pro. I think he used to be, but I don't think he is anymore. And don't forget, there's that whole comic where Anduin is all scruffled and looking like he is now. And Velen is standing at his side telling him now the final fight between the light and shadow will begin. This is the end. And then Anduin drops a line like, let it begin. So Velen's going to be around for these next couple expansions, and he's definitely going to be relevant.
The damage is too
That's what I think.
great. They're about to...
One thing I do know is that the phrase "it is time," it has been used multiple times. Actually, I believe that phrase was used by Aenar, Kaliamenethil. I want to say Zira said that, but that could be wrong.
I'm trying to think who else has said
And
it
then,
this time.
Velen says it to Anduin in the comic.
Yeah, that's the comic I was just talking about.
That I know it sounds paranoid probably, but that phrase appears very, very, very infrequently, like extremely infrequently.
Also, every UFC fight
itself.
starts with the same.
I just think that
It's time.
I think that there's something to that, but I can't prove it.
Where did Velen even go after Legion?
So let's hear this.
No
Hold on.
idea.
Let's see this again.
Been jerking off in
It
the
is
Outland or
done.
something.
We stopped her.
Even Thrall was talking about time in the new trailer. Yeah, he said time itself heals nothing. And so
That's
when I
true.
tell you guys
Oh
that
my
I think
God! Wait a
holy
minute. They're
light-
right. Yeah, the new cinematic. You needed time. That's what Thrall says. You needed time, but time itself heals nothing. Oh my God! A lot of
and
timey
void are
shit going on
basically
here.
Time split apart, and then you think, in like if you were to look at like, how do I put this? I think holy basically reverses the effects of damage. It's not healing you. It's going back in time, and I think that what evokers have is very, 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 very similar.
Well, evokers are also
in their
getting a
abilities to, like-
chronomancer. They're getting like a chrono time hero spec too. So they do have a play on time there as well.
Literally rewind damage. I do think that holy is, it's not actually healing anything. It's just rewinding time. And if that's the case, then that may also imply that given enough time after the fact, the wound may come back. Think about that. How fucked up would that be? Yep. Wounds come back, if that's the case. Potentially. And that could be a big theme.
I'm cooking
big
something
theme.
right here.
Look at these
Give me a
guys'
sec.
eyes, by the way. This looks like a meme almost. This almost looks like a fake image. Because these guys' eyes are so big. This looks like a meme. Anyway.
No.
Or just leave a really bad scar. Yeah. Remember when Zira said the light will heal your scars? And Illidan gave that really cool line. I am my scars!
Yes, great line.
Damage is too
He's the king
great.
of one-liners. Guys, you guys remember how we just stopped, what's it called? We just stopped Norse Durmu from becoming Murazan, and I was started to cook on that lore a little bit, and I was saying, but wait a minute, what if Murazan is the correct version of Norse Dormu? Remember, Norse Dormu becomes Murazan. Now, what is the whole thing with Norse Dormu? Norse Dormu is supposed to be the protector of the timeline. That was what the Titans gave him as their assignment. What do the Titans believe in? One true timeline, right? What do the old gods believe in? Infinite timelines. The old gods believe that there are, infinite truths. They can see all truths, and the Titans only see one truth. Murazan is the infinite Dragonflight leader, right? He is the infinite alternate timeline version of Norse Dormu. Murazan, with infinite timelines, infinite Dragonflight, believes in multiple timelines. He can see all time. He can see all different timelines, all possibilities. Whereas Norse Dormu, he's honestly a shitty-ass dragon. For most of the expansion, this guy can't see shit. He's been sitting around. His visions are clouded. He's a fucking horrible dragon. I mean, honestly, when you think about it, he's really bad at his job. But he only's supposed to be able to see one timeline. All the other timelines for him are clouded. Clouded by who? Clouded by the fucking Titans. That's what I believe. And if he became Murazan, he'd be able to see that. But we stopped it from happening. Why? Because of loot and gear, and because it's the mega dungeon. Why not? But I think we did the wrong thing. And it was obviously wrong because it helped Galakron. It helped Iridikron, sorry. Interesting stuff. I'm telling you guys, Murazan's the true version of Norse Stormwind. It's the correct version. Let's continue.
Oh, it's ice. Oh. Oh, right, because Razageth's dead.
Yeah, Razageth's
right there
dead.
on the floor. So this is that other one.
No. The damage is too great. They're about to... Sister.
Also, by the way, I don't really like this that much. Well, not that it's bad storytelling, but because this chick betrayed all of her other
Panda.
homies and then joined the aspects. That's kind of what it's looking like, right? Viranoth?
She does. She does.
And I don't
Viranoth
like
does
that
do that.
because well, she betrayed her homies, and because she's made of ice, I don't really like that. It kind of scares me. And if you played Final Fantasy XIV, you might know why. Shiva from Eden is why I don't like this, because ice is very similar to light in its ability to provide stasis.
Oh, shit.
And
What?
it just thematically is like, oh great, now we get another preserver on our team. We get another like, this is not good. I don't like this.
Yeah.
But she seems cool. I mean, she looks cool.
She does look cool. Also, she is, on this stream, she is referred to as Vaginoth, and her brother is Furcock. Okay, just for reference, in case I say those names.
Very sus, you think? She didn't really betray them. It was more like they abandoned her. Does she make it seem that way?
What have they done to you?
Dude, holy fuck, these fucking things.
Yeah, there's some interesting stuff going on here.
Wait, okay, so this is the raid Vault of the Incarnates, where Razageth looses
Yes.
Virak, Viranoth, and what's the other one?
Iridikron? Yes.
So that's what's happening here, right? This is in the vault of the what the fuck did I just
Monarch,
call it?
he might have had knowledge.
I just said
Vault
it.
of the Incarnates.
But yeah, okay. Vault of the Incarnates. Thank you.
Sister. What have they done to you?
Okay, I'm sorry. I have to see this in slow-mo. There's those
It looks like the World
blues,
Soul,
all
man.
glowy and stuff.
Dude, this looks like Azeroth from the cinematic.
So this is Firak.
Hold on. Doesn't that does he say this? Dude, this looks like Azeroth. Maybe.
Sister. What have they done to you?
Hold on. Again, I'm trying to pause it at the perfect time here. At the fucking 2 seconds. I need less than 2 seconds. Tell me this doesn't look like... Tell me that doesn't look like Azeroth from the cinematic. Dude, if I pull up the cinematic right now, I'll pull that shit up right now. This looks just like Azeroth from the cinematic. What's it called? We'll just search War Within Cinematic. No, I don't want a reaction. Damn it, I want the fucking real thing. Stupid React content. Who does that shit? I do on my YouTube. You can check it out if you want to. I'll put the link in the chat real quick. Yeah, it's a good channel. You should check it out. We react to shit all the time. But look at this. Look at this. Tell me the World Soul. Right here. She calls out to us. Oh. What is that? What is that? What is that? Rewind slightly. Rewinding too much. I got to get it perfect. Hold on. Come on, man. Give me the fucking picture. Oh my god, my whole fucking computer is gonna break trying to get this damn thing. I can't fucking get it. There it is. There it is. Perfect. Oh, and now it's gone here. Okay. Perfect. Okay, we got him. We got him. Here it is. In this cinematic. Now look at the World Soul here. They're the same thing. It is a prison. Dude, this is confirmed. This is not, we're not looking at Azeroth here. We're looking at the ball that she's imprisoned in. Dude, they're the same. This is the same thing. This is the same art. One is obviously more cinematic than the other because one is rendered in full CGI cinematic glory and then the other one's an in-game cutscene. They're the same thing. Dude, Azeroth is a prison. Sylvanas, that bitch, she was right. I hate her, but she was right. She says this world is a prison. Oh my god. Dude, this is crazy.
Stuff. So this is Firak.
Her death demands vengeance.
I thought the cinematic was showing a manifestation of Azeroth. It's just showing the outer wall of her prison.
Who betrayed dragonkind to the Titans will face our wrath.
He kind of sounds and looks like Deathwing. He's got a big hole in his chest. And
He is the
He looks
Earth.
just like Deathwing.
He's the Earth version
honest
of
with
the primal dragon, the
pretty cool.
proto drakes, all that shit.
And
So,
this
yeah.
is the Earth. This is the Earth one. So that makes sense, I guess. It's got like yellow lightning. That's cool.
Khadgar, we cannot win this fight.
It's just so weird for me to not think about Deathwing as like fire. I don't know. It's weird. I have to remember that he was the Earth Warder.
He is
but
the Earth
because he's
Warder, yeah.
magma, I just think of him as like fire, which is not the same thing. But I don't know.
Yeah, when we look at all the
have to get
bad guys
out of
we've
here.
killed, honestly, Deathwing, he was right. Illidan, he was right. Sargeras, he was right. Maybe we should take a step back and stop fucking killing bosses to loot their bodies and actually listen to what they're saying for once. You know what? I'll take it a step further. Arthas was right. The city needed to be purged.
My friends, we sensed a great upheaval beneath the earth and feared the worst.
We barely survived. Razageth is dead.
We cannot win this fight right after they won the fight against their sister. Always makes me laugh. They didn't even try. So they're conscious of everything going on around them while inside it. Yeah.
The jailer
That's
was
part of
right.
what's
I
so
wouldn't
fucked
go
up
that
about these
far.
prisons is
I
that
wouldn't go
it
that
doesn't
far.
imply unconsciousness or unawareness. Like you're aware the whole time. That's what's so fucked up about it. It's like, think about how, like, this is no different than when Illidan got locked up in darkness.
If you think about what the jailer said, his final words were, "A world divided cannot survive what is to come." Now, was he talking about ejaculate? Probably not. He was talking about whatever is coming from space or the Titans, whatever it is. He was very anti it, and he believed that we weren't going to be able to survive it. So maybe he was right. Maybe. I prefer not to think about him too
for
personally.
10,000 fucking years. It's the same thing. Like, Illidan couldn't move.
That's what we're
But
saying,
he was
Obsidian.
aware of
Maybe he was.
everything around him.
Sargeras
the
was
whole
trying to
time.
break Azeroth free with the sword. He wasn't trying to kill her. He was trying to free her from her prison.
It's really fucked up.
Kind to the Titans will face our wrath.
Khadgar, we cannot win this.
Why was Razageth kept separate? That's a great question. Does anyone know the answer to that?
Razageth was imprisoned during the fight. That's what
Order by means of
Neltharion
control
did.
and control by any means necessary. Yeah.
He imprisoned her in a different way. He used the shadow
Neltharion
magic.
banished her
Yeah.
to some void portal.
Yeah, he banished her
What?
away.
This fight. We have to get out of here.
Maybe.
She was captured first, so she was she was also the youngest. Isn't that what they said? Razageth was the youngest of them, so that would kind of make sense that she was imprisoned first and
Yep.
and was
Yeah, that makes sense.
That's
She's
in
probably the
the
most
your
brazen
backstory
too.
video.
She it seems like she's the one who attacked head on first. Even more brazen than Farak or Farkak as we call him. That's what I think happened. Yeah, she got banished away, and then they figured out how to imprison the other one.
My
she was the
friends,
first to reject the Titan's gift. Gross.
we sensed a great upheaval beneath the earth and feared.
I think there might be a book containing some critical lore information we're missing. I read the like summary thing of that book though on stream the other day.
Read the Spark Notes. You don't got to read
that
the
might
fucking
get on
book.
YouTube eventually. Probably.
It's just like school.
The worst.
We barely survived.
Imagine rejecting the
He's
Titans.
dead.
Imagine rejecting the fucking demons. When you think about it, it's not that different. I mean, I guess it is, but like the Legion was like, "Hey, join us, and if you don't, we're gonna kill you."
Right.
And the Titans are like, "Hey, join us, and if you don't, we're just gonna force you to." Like that's
Yeah,
the difference.
which one's
like,
worse?
The demons couldn't force you to join the Legion.
Right.
The Titans will force you to join them. That's what's fucked up.
True. What
At
up,
least the
Achilles?
demons gave you a choice, and if you didn't want to cooperate with them, they gave you the opportunity to fight them.
Yeah.
And,
Join-
and bear
join
in
me.
mind that there were
What
there
what
were,
is worse, join me or fight to the death, or join me, or I'll make you join me against your own will? Yeah. one is kind of more evil than the other, I think. You know, one, there's more honor behind it. Like, whoever wins, okay, you move on. The other one is like, they can only win because you're either doing it by your own free will or they're going to make you do it. Yeah.
Worlds that the Legion
Demons
attacked,
had
that,
honor.
like, they had a good fight.
Good point.
Like, it wasn't like they didn't steamroll it, you know? So I think that is to say that, like, you know, like, there certainly were worlds that resisted the Legion.
Yeah.
In fact, there's one, I can't remember the world, but I believe they say that they fought.
Tell that to Argus, right?
They fought as ravenous beasts would, or some shit like that, which is an interesting way to describe that. I don't like Alexstrasza given the context of the books and Dragonflight. She's getting Sylvanas. What do you mean she's getting Sylvanas? I don't understand that.
Too much, like, overwriting her?
Alexstrasza is not exactly... How do I say this?
Can I say that Alexstrasza feels underpowered?
Never really been a great one to follow. Yeah, that was the Eldrachi. That's
I
correct.
feel like Alexstrasza's been kind of underpowered, honestly. I feel like she's lost every fight that I've ever seen her fight in. Like, Deathwing beat her ass. We saw, you know, she went on a fight with the Ridicron, got her ass beat. Farak has beat her ass. I feel like she's losing every fight she gets into. Does she ever win? She's supposed to be like the most powerful of these guys, but it seems like she always loses. Yeah, she's hot. I don't disagree with that. She is nice to look at, but not nice to fight beside. I wouldn't be excited going to battle with her.
Yeah, Warglaives of the Eldrachi, right.
But
she can take
the Eldrachi were a race that Sargeras himself had to appear in person to wipe out, or at least his avatar or something like that. But yeah, I do recall that. It's the player character who had the Murloc transmog on his back. What are demons anyway? Living creatures from the twisting nether.
What is this tattoo, anyways?
Basically.
What a shitty
But what's
tattoo.
interesting is that the Draenei, the Eridar, actually, like, are from the twisting nether. So it's actually hilarious as fuck. If you want to look at it this way, Eridar are ordered demons.
Yeah, it's a dragon.
Let that sink in for a second. Just think on that. And the Eridar hardly even changed.
Okay, they are weaker from 10k prior years. Yeah, they also didn't they give up their powers kind of in what's it called? In Cataclysm, but they kind of got them back now, but they don't fully have them back yet, and then they're going to get them back from the World Tree. I understand they're a weakened state right now, but I still feel like she loses a lot, man. She loses a lot of fights.
Physical appearance at all when they took in the Fel, for the record.
Yeah, they're not at full power yet. I do know that.
Elaborate? I mean, every living thing that's from a planet in the Nether is typically considered a demon. So the fact that Argus existed in the Twisting Nether and they're blue planet. Demons, they literally look like demons, except they're blue, so we don't associate them with demons.
Right.
Like,
I mean, it's not fell demons are different, maybe.
They're basically demons. I know it's that simple. It's that simple. And Sarg chills in the Twisting Nether. No, that's where all the demons come from, allegedly. All demons come from the Twisting Nether.
Yeah, they do.
So,
and they go back to it when they die.
The Draenei are, like, hands down the most orderly race in, like, the entire game. I don't even think that's even, like, fucking questionable.
Yeah, I mean, they've been like, directly associated with the Naru.
Their civilization literally found unanimous peace.
Yeah.
Like, how in the fuck?
It's because they have the gift of the,
like, that's kind of
they literally associate, like, they are the closest thing to the light, the gods, right? Essentially, of the light. I mean, I guess you could say the gods of order. So they have direct knowledge with them. Like, they speak to the Naru. They're the only ones that can do that. Whereas, like, we got priests and paladins here on Azeroth, but they can just, the only thing they do is they read, right? They read about the Naru. They read about the light. They study the light. They do that. But the Draenei themselves have direct contact with them. They can talk to them directly. So yeah, of course they're going to have a more peaceful civilization because they can get all the answers they need directly from the source.
Until Sargeras came, of course.
Of light.
Fucked all that up. But yeah, like, the Draenei are they're
Who's
like
a doll?
Pretty important. Yeah, the Naru got to the Eridar already. Yeah. Well, yeah.
Have been freed.
Jesus.
Nasdormu?
What is it?
Here he is again.
Time ways. They are
Cloudy.
chaotic, but
Okay.
still obscured.
Obscure. He can never see shit. I'm telling you, if he became Murazan, he'd be able to see everything. His vision's always clouded because it's wrong. It's the wrong. The Titans are clouding his shit because they're trying to lead him down one path, and that's not the way things are supposed to work. He's such a shitty dragon because he's like being held back from his true form.
A dark future looms on the horizon.
He should become Murazan.
To prepare for their onslaught.
Razageth's reckless haste cost her life, and they will not make that mistake again. They will regain their strength and choose their next moment carefully.
All right, I feel like any time that we're about to do something right, like the right thing is about to happen, the Titans cloud his vision. They cloud it, and they stop him from being able to see what's the right thing, and they just show him what's the thing they want him to see. They're literally fucking with our timeline. And Murazan wouldn't be able to do that with him.
Strike before they are recovered.
That will be difficult.
Zira says she was one of the first Naru to be forged during the Great Ordering of the Cosmos. Sounds like Titans made her first.
Maybe.
So
I don't know if the
think
Naru
that-
are directly.
That it's still. I think that the
Let's see what
Naru
he says.
Okay, let me clarify. I think that the Eridar likely, and they operate in a triumvirate, by the way, which I think is curious because there are 3 pinnacle members of the Titan Pantheon as well. So in their triumvirate, obviously, you had Velen, Kil'jaeden, and Archimonde, and then the triumvirate for the Titans would be obviously Aenar, Sargeras, and
Father, Son,
and
Holy
Ulul.
Spirit kind of stuff.
But I think that one of the only reasons that they're as orderly as they are, and that they've like in Chronicle, it talks about how the Titans liked going around into the cosmos and awakening, helping guide mortal civilizations to greatness.
Yeah, they're on a power trip. Who doesn't like being on a power trip?
That like the Draenei are like the pinnacle example of that. Like this is a race, and I mean, I don't know. Like maybe the Titans had ordered the planet or interacted with it at some point, which I don't know is very sus considering the fact that Argus has memories of him flinging out his energy into the cosmos, finding a sun, falling asleep, and then a world building itself around him. It's kind of crazy. It's like who builds worlds and stuff. I wonder where that came from. And if what I'm saying about the Titans building a prison around Azeroth is true, then
Yes.
why not Argus? Like I understand that Argus was pumped full of death energy by the Dreadlords and all that stuff, so that he would go to the Shadowlands, and I get all that stuff. But like, Argus still says, Argus still has memories that surpass the existence of the universe.
Yeah. And essentially, when they summoned him for us to fight him, they opened up his prison, and then we beat the ever-living shit out of him. It's kind of messed up. Right? Like I said, it's a messed up story when you hear about Argus and what the Titans did. The Titans are fucked up. There's no other way to slice it, honestly. They just are. And they're selfish. They believe in their one true timeline, whether or not it benefits us or not. What their true plan is for Azeroth, we have no idea. But I think we can say, after watching what we've watched here, she is imprisoned. She is in a prison.
Piece of Tuure Naru fell onto Argus, and it was reforged into Velen's staff. Should be first Naru Eridar interaction. That sounds correct. Razageth, you think the Titans brought order to this world? No, they shackled it. What they could not control, they imprisoned, just like the aspects did to us.
It's crazy, man.
Wow.
More prison. Literally, that she's saying the same thing that we just witnessed. We just revealed the fact that it is imprisoned. Sylvanas, this world is a prison. That bullshit. And then this. Look at that. They imprisoned her.
Say it. I don't know what does.
She's literally telling us the lore. And I was too busy looting a fucking corpse to understand what she was saying.
Come on. There it is.
It's very obvious.
Vipilar, I don't know, man. It feels like it had been so long since I had seen them look that way, Damn, they really just said it out loud. Yeah, but she's the bad guy who's definitely wrong.
yeah, right. We never listen to bad guy
monologue.
monologue.
Are bad guys who are deceiving us every time they talk to us, even though the more time that passes, the more it becomes clear that the old gods are speaking pretty plainly.
Yeah.
And that we are overly complicating what they're saying.
Right.
Chrome's mastery.
Are you trying to say that Sargeras did nothing wrong? Absolutely not. That would be like trying to say that... nah, I can't make that comparison. Sargeras and Emmett are just not the same people. It's similar, but it's just...
Sargeras...
It's like trying to say Emmett.
I wouldn't say Sargeras did nothing wrong, but what I would say is Sargeras knew something was wrong. Sargeras knew something was fucked with what the Titans were doing, how things were going, the old gods, everything. He just knew something. He was the smartest of them. He was the one who knew something is going on here. And his means of trying to end it was probably not the best way to go about it, you know, but he knew something fucked up was going on. That's what I could say about Sargeras. Kind of like, you know, Arthas. He knew something was wrong. He knew there was a bigger plot than just this scourge, you know, going everywhere. He tried to purge a city. Sure, maybe it would have worked if, you know, his friend Uther wasn't such a bitch and let him do it, and then maybe it would have stopped the spread of the scourge a little bit quicker. But at the end of the day, what I would tell the Titans, the same thing Arthas heard. No king rules forever. The Titans will have their day.
Good guy, you know. He still did a lot of really bad stuff, so it's hard
Titans
to
will
say.
have their
I
day.
think that in this case, it's a question of do the ends justify the means? If it means, look, let me put it this way: if we are stuck in a perpetual loop of like
We'll try to get in that super bloom.
suffering at potentially like the end of the universe, similar to like Outer Wilds, like it's probably better that that cycle is broken. Like that's the only way that I can put it. That like that is a tragic, repetitive, you know, infinite loop of suffering. Like
True.
it's kind of what I think is happening to an extent. Like I think, you know, I think Azeroth needs to wake up because
Wake up?
I kind of think that we
Chrissy,
are
wake
kind of
up. She needs to wake up, I
repeating
agree.
cycles that are not really natural, that are kind of just artificially extending the life of the universe, so to
Right.
speak, when, you know, and maybe this is in the nature, if this really is A&R, maybe it's in her nature as a result of her just trying to live, like to stay alive. Like
Maybe.
I can't necessarily fault living beings for wanting to stay alive, but
It's an
when
innate
it comes at
thing.
the cost and suffering of every living being just to keep them alive, it's not worth it. Like what Alex Straza did. It's just not worth it. Like, I couldn't bring myself to finish it. It's like, yeah, so you just let them suffer? Like, what the fuck is wrong? Like, how is
Yeah.
that better?
So he's
It
right.
doesn't make sense to
He's
me.
right.
Eternal damnation.
It seems like a lot of what he's cooking here is A&R is the real baddie. A&R is the worst of the Titans, and the Titans are worse than everything else.
somehow
That's what it
better
seems
than
like.
ending it? No, dude, that's no. Not in a universe where there's supposed to be cycles. No. See, now we can look at that in real life and be a little
Well-
more scared because we don't have. We
Well,
don't know.
we do know the final expansion is called The Last Titan. If we deal with The Last Titan, does that mean the old gods are the true last threat? I don't know, because we might deal with the old gods before The Last Titan. That's what I'm thinking, based on, you know, the Midnight expansion that we're going to get before, right? We're going to probably deal with the old gods and some stuff in the Midnight expansion, and then maybe after we've eliminated the threat of the old gods, we realize, wait a minute, maybe these Titans are an even bigger threat. And then we deal with them in The Last Titan. That's what I was thinking. That's how I think the order of things are going to go.
But we've been to the Shadowlands in World of Warcraft. Like, we know there's afterlives. We know that there's more. So for us to, I don't know, this whole concept that, like, death, you know, if the world ends up getting, like, scorched.
What happens
that it's
after
just
the world
all
splits
over,
and
is
Azeroth comes
obviously
out?
not
WoW
true.
2.
Like,
That's what happens.
we already know it's not true. So I think it's inevitable at this point. She's going to wake up. She's going to escape. She's going to get out. I mean, and I think that this, you know, this first, you know, logo right here is alluding to that. Like, you see it cracking.
Oh, yeah.
You see
Yeah.
it breaking
He's
open,
right.
you know? The true enemies of everyone on Azeroth, I swear, is the freaking Titans. Good lord, when they tried to do good, they did more harm. Like, at least the old gods were trying to unite people in a way. Motherfucking Titans presented more fuck-ups than Bobby Kotick. Yeah, maybe, you know, maybe the Titans.
Yeah, even when they show this,
is the
even when they show this logo, I mean, if you remember the cinematic again, the what's it called? The world is breaking apart, right? The world is breaking apart in that cinematic when they're showing the logo coming to fruition here at the very end. That's what's happening. We see that, like, the world's breaking right here. Like, is it hatching? Is this Azeroth coming out of the world? This is what it would look like if the world hatches. Yeah, I don't know. It's that's obviously what's happening here. It's not just the logo. It's like the whole animation of the logo is what that's what it's showing.
the,
It's an egg, maybe.
Is
It's
the
hatching, maybe.
insert of Bobby Kotick. And that, I mean, just wants to keep us in a perpetual state of suffering for his own
Bobby Kotick is a
personal,
Titan.
gain and
Confirmed.
selfishness. And so basically, Bobby Kotick kept us in the maze, so to speak, and that's what A&R is. Time is money, friend.
Yes.
Do you think Met's really planned this the entire time? Yeah, I do. If you want to know the truth, yeah.
Oh,
I actually-
Gamer, thank you for the raid, man. Thank you for the raid. Bringing 4 more to our Scourge. Thank you, man. I appreciate that. Give a shout out to Gaber, Tundra, if you could. Thank you so much. Yeah, we're talking WoW lore, and we are in the depths of the deeps here, talking about this stuff. It's very crazy, everything we've discovered here. Now, what we finally discovered is that Bobby Kotick is in fact a Titan, and what I want to say is maybe Chris Metzen is Murazond. Maybe now Chris Metzen is Murazond and he sees the infinite timelines. Just saying.
Actually, I have full faith.
Maybe we've made the
in
connection.
The idea that Metzen knew how this story ended for a long time.
I think
He's the one
Metzen
that
did.
wrote it.
Yeah.
He wrote Sargeras. He wrote the Titans. He wrote the Old Gods. He wrote all this. You know that, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like this guy's he's the one that came up with the dragon aspect.
He is the
Like,
father
all
of
this
WoW
stuff
lore.
is, like,
What I
his-
would say is, I think he always knew there was going to be a clash between the light and the shadow, and he kind of always wanted to play it off that the Titans are not really as good as we think they are. I think that was always a play he wanted to play. I don't know if he knew that all this shit was going to happen, but the overall story arc, yes, I agree. He wrote it, and he knew this was coming.
his baby, his brainchild. And he's worked with other people, Richard Knack, Christy Golden, Madeline Rue, amongst others, to expand upon that universe, sure, in the past. But I think that Chris has known where this is going for a long time.
A
It's
bit
why
much
Chris
further.
is able to get on stage and say, Titan conspiracy. Like, come home. Like, there's just...
Come home, yeah.
I don't know. That's what I choose to believe anyway. He's the one that wrote it. And, I mean... I would, you know what, dude? Like, what I would really love, and this is never gonna happen, but what I would really love, dude, is if I could interview Chris Metzen. Oh my goodness,
Yeah, that would be cool.
dude!
That would be cool.
I'm gonna start
interviewing
start
Murazond.
making moves, chat. Like, I don't know what I have to do to make that happen.
If
but
he
Pyro
does
of
interview Chris
old
Metzen, we
is
will
not
watch
the
that.
same Pyro you have now.
We will watch that.
Old me would have never even thought to even pursue that at all. I don't give a fuck. If I could do that, I mean, that would be, I mean, there's no one that I would rather interview, hands down. Who cares where Denuzer is? I feel bad for Denuzer because look, dude, at the end of the day, he's a freaking human, okay? He's a guy.
Look,
who's-
I wouldn't
who
I wouldn't say that we are the good guys or they are the bad guys. What I would say is, yeah, the Titans are fucked up. They have their own, prerogative. They have their own things they're trying to get done, and they do fucked up things to make those things get done. That's what they do. Now, have we been bad guys? No, we've just been, we've been the naive guys, right? We've been the naive guys. We've been the ignorant guys, and ignorance is bliss. It was always really nice when we were just running around in Elwyn Forest believing the Titans are the good guys and they're overseeing everything, and the old guys are the bad guys. The old gods are the bad guys, sorry. Yeah, those were simpler times. Now we're living in a more complicated time. Now we're living in a time where a lot of the people we've killed were trying to tell us things, and we wouldn't listen to them because, damn it, we wanted to loot that epic staff or something.
had fucking ideas.
We've kind of fucked shit
that-
up.
In a sense, I mean, they're pretty cool on paper, okay? And I've given this guy more
8
shit
minutes,
than
I'm gonna be
anyone
there.
else. Trust me. Trust me. Steve Denuzer is the lead narrative designer of World of Warcraft. He still is the lead narrative designer of World of Warcraft, okay? But when you lose Chris and you lose fucking Mike and then fuckface
affected them.
Alex gets
100%.
exposed and like all of this happens, I cannot imagine being in Steve Denuzer's shoes. I don't think that excuses some of the things that were written as far as like the
We're
Lich
gonna do
King
it.
and stuff. But
Yeah.
I cannot imagine like having to pick up the pieces of the fallout that was like the Blizzard, scandal.
Yep. It was probably
And
not
that
easy.
again, that doesn't mean that like, oh, you were part of this scandal thing and your work, you weren't part of it. Be like you were subject to like you were one of the people who everyone that was, everyone suffered because of it.
Everyone
Some
suffered
more
from
than
people
others,
drinking
but
breast milk out of
it
the
affects
fridge.
it affects everything, I think.
It
And
does.
So I don't know. I think now that some time has passed, I think that I would reconsider my words about Steve Denuser and not be so harsh on him, considering what's happened. Like, I'm not happy with Shadowlands, but I also don't know what I expected after.
Crazy
what
stuff,
happened.
man.
I don't know.
Crazy stuff that we just talked about. The amount of lore that I think we just worked through is wild. I'm glad a lot of you guys were here for it, because this was intense. We know now Azeroth is in fact imprisoned. I would say that is all but confirmed at this point. With the art we showed, with the cinematic cutscenes laid out, with what we've seen so far, it's happened. She's imprisoned. Sargeras was trying to free her. What happens next? Stay tuned, boys. We're going to find out.